Hey guys, it's me Kate again. So this video will be my TBR for all the readathons that I'll be participating in the month of October, even though it's my first month of college ever. I'll be participating in some readathons. I'm still sick. If you hear noise, it has been raining and there's a lot of traffic going on, so that's why. So first we'll be going with Spoopathon, which is by Spoops. I'll leave the hosts and announcements in the description. So it's thought is basically zombie apocalypse, and prompts are coming in the waves as like zombie waves. Also prompts will be coming week by week. I'm filming this on first when the first batch of prompts came, but it usually won't be. So just so you know why there are no books for that. Then we have Monster High Readathon. I haven't gotten the books for this video because they're scattered around my apartment, and that's why. First we have, what is the poem? For Rochelle, I don't know. Goyle Scary's City of Frights, a book taking place abroad and not in the US. For that I'll be reading Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald, the original screenplay, which is taking place in, I think, mostly Paris. For me that's abroad, and also it's not in the US. It's in France. Then we have Monitor, a lawful good character. For that I'll be rereading Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, original screenplay. Then we have Friday Night Frights, transfer student, a character who switches sides, and for that I decided to double up with Fantastic Beasts, Crimes of Grindelwald, the original screenplay, because that has a character who switches sides. Then we have Rebecca's Theme, I think. Hexel, I don't know how to pronounce this. A book with family, and for that I'll be reading House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. In this one we're following a woman named Bryce, whose best friend has been murdered 2 years prior, and now somebody is recreating those murders, but because the presumed murderer has been behind bars, there's a new investigation going on, and because she has personal connection to the killings, they asked her to help, and they assigned her a bodyguard in form of fallen angel named Hunt, and her half-brother is in it a lot, and also we see her mother and stepfather. Then we have steampunk, a historical setting. For that I also am doubling up with Fantastic Beasts and Where to find the original screenplay. It's set in, I think, 20s somewhere, I don't remember. Then we have a Skull teammate, a role maze, and empowering feminist story. For that, I'll be rereading Way of the Argos by Sebastian de Castell. It's first book in prequel series to Spellslinger series, in which we are following Kellen, who is just about to take his major trials, but his magic starts failing, so he decides to cheat. And in Way of the Argos, we're following his Argos mentor, Furious Parfax. Then we have Venus McFlytrap, plant monster nature, plant presence. For that, I'll be reading Arcanium Unbounded. It's that first book you see on that. First is that literally that green one, white of green. It's short by Brandon Sanderson. It's a short story collection in Cosmere universe. I started reading it. I'm only a few stories in. Then we have Pollen of Persuasion, a story calling for social change. For that, I'll be reading Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson, which is 4th book in Stormlight Archive, in which are following war between Light and the Pershende. We started when Pershende killed the Light King. And now the war has been raging on for some time, and they're fighting for sharp blades and sharp blades, which are these swords and shields which grant their rare powers. And there's subplot where a lot of people actually aren't happy about how they are treated. So then we have Ghoul Friends Forever, a book with with a female friendship. For that, I'll be doubling up House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas, because, as I said, main character's friend has been murdered 2 years prior, and we see a little bit of that at the beginning of the book. Then we have Nathan Roth, I think, Fake Fusion, a hybrid of 2 or more genres. For that, I'll be rereading Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo. It's first book in Grisha series, in which are following a girl named Alina who is a map maker in the army, and one day she finds out she has powers, which makes her Grisha, which is in this world people with powers, and they take her away to learn them. And it's kind of mashup of historical fiction and fantasy. So then we have Rainbow, book with LGBTQIA+ rep. I'll be doubling up Way of the Argos by Sebastian de Castell, because main character is either bi or lesbian, I don't remember. So then we have Freaky Flaw, a character with tragic past. I'll be doubling up Rhythm of War by Brandon Sanderson. It's over 1,000 pages. How do you expect me with that to read a lot more? So especially considering I'm starting college. Then we have Skeleton Calaveras, Day of the Dead, a book about death. For that, I'll be rereading House of Earth and Blood. It literally has a string of murders. Then we have a Drop Dead Gorgeous fashion clothes play an important role. I'll be doubling up Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo because there these basically clothes that only a certain rank of soldiers in the army can wear, so we'll count that. Then we have Scarcity, Chosen One, and see, for that I'll be rereading Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, just because I couldn't remember any other book. Then we have a Royal Readathon, which this time has 2 teams, but I'll try and do both as well as extra prompts, but I'll be doubling up because it's me. From her Team Princess, we have Team Book of Princess Will Save You by Sarah Henning. In that one we are following princess whose sable boy has been taken to force her to marry someone else, but she doesn't want that and plans to save him. And we have Aurora read a book with royalty. For that I'll be reading Rhythm of War by Brent Sanderson. And then we have Mulan read a book written by an Asian author. For that I'll be rereading Shine by Jessica Young. So Jessica Young was a member of a Girls' Generation, and in Shine we're following a K-pop trainee who's 17, and if they don't debut in her, if her label doesn't debut her soon, they probably never will, and when opportunity strikes to sing a duet with label's Golden Boys, she decides to take it. Then we have Ariel read a book with a deal. Then I have Shadow and Bone by Lee Bardugo. Then we have Kida read a dystopian book. I'll probably use an audiobook for this during the month, so that's why I don't have anything written down at the moment. Then we have Rapunzel read a book with an adventure, Arcanium Unbounded, as I said, by Brent Sanderson. As I said, it's a bunch of short stories, and some of them do contain like small adventures. So then we have Teen Villain. So Teen Book is Malice. I don't remember by who. So, but it's a retelling where Maleficent and Sleeping Beauty fall in love. Then we have Oogie Boogie read a book with a game and trials. I'll be reading Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets. I can't remember any other book, literally. Then we have Gaston read a book with a sexy villain. I'll be using House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. Then we have Hades read a book with mythology, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them original screenplay. Like, literally it has a bunch of mythological beings in it. And then we have Uzma read a book with a sidekick, Shadow and Bone. He has a sidekick, or several of them, depending on how you see it. Then we have Ursula read a book with a witchcraft or magic, Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald, original screenplay. Then we have bonus prompts read a book with LGBTQIA+ or representation. Way of the Argos by Sebastian de Castel. Then we have prompts where my TBR started to go out of hand. We have read a book with mental health or disability representation, because I couldn't remember if any of the books that I had on my TBR had it. I put Witchbone by Lisa Casey, which is the second book in Kitsune Chronicles, in which are following Sebastian, who is a Kitsune witch, Japanese nine-tailed fox spirit, who has run away from home a year ago and has been around ever since up until now, when he bumps into an alpha werewolf named Liam, who actually saved him a year ago. And it's a romance. Because of all things that happened to him, Sebastian has to work on his mental health. Then we have read a book with POC representation. Again, I couldn't remember. Even though Sebastian is, I think, biracial. Maybe. I don't remember. I chose to reread Felix Ever After by Cancel Calendar, in which are following trans boy named Felix, who starts being victim of transphobic bullying in school. I'll be back. Then we also have Gothtober and Rainboweenathon, but they're basically same books, but for different prompts. So everyone, and that's it. So this is me a little while later, just to go through the prompts of Rainboweenathon and Gothtober. So for Gothtober we have read a gothic mood read book. I'll use audiobook throughout the month because I have an hour to and from college, so I'll have a lot of audiobook listening time in the train. Then we have read a book from an author you love, Becca's book. I'll be using Way of Their Gossip by Sebastian Castel. Then we have second-hand gifted book, Shine by Jessica Young, was gifted to me. Then we have read a book by BIPOC author Felix Ever After by Cancel Calendar. I read an LGBTQ plus book, Beach Blood by Lisa Casey. Then we have read a book with disability rep, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. At one point, Harry's arm ends up being without bones. So then we have read a book a friend recommends to you. So in this one, for this one, I'll be using one book that my friend enjoyed, and that's Let It Snow by John Green and two other authors. I forgot all their names, but it's about a group of teens who are in this train which ends up being stuck in this small town because of the snowstorm. And it's a reread for me. Then we have read a book of murder mystery, House of Earth and Blood by Sarah J. Maas. It's a murder mystery, read a heavy book. Arcadium Unbounded. It is both heavy in a literal sense and figurative sense because it deals with that in some parts. Then we have read a book with a training montage or excessive training, Rhythm of War. Hello. And for Rainboweenathon we have middle grade Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets, which is again Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets. Then for fairies I'll use an audiobook, Shapeshifters. I'll be using Witch Bond because Sebastian can shift into a fox. Then we have Monsters, Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. They have these really weird monsters. I forget is it in the first book or one of the later ones, but they have some monsters in the series. And we have Superpowers, Rhythm of War. Yes, Superpowers. YA Shadow and Bone is YA. Vampire, Dinner with Vampire, but we're reading this again. So Dinner with Vampire by Abigail Gibbs is about girl named Violet Lee, who one day, while waiting for her friend, witnesses a massacre of about 30 men and by a group of 6 guys who they then take her. It turns out they're vampires, one of them being heir to a vampire throne and one of the others being his younger brother. And how gods will use audiobook, same as Merfolk, and for demons and angels. And then we have fantasy. I'll be using Arcanum Unbounded, and then we have retellings. Their vampire has stuff connected to Beauty and the Beast in it. Then we have Paranormal Unworldly, Witch One by Lisa Casey, and Werewolves also, Witch One by Lisa Casey. So yeah, let's back to Pass Me. For this video, if you like it, please like, share, and subscribe down below for my social media, my email, and some other stuff, and I'll see you in the next one.